Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Top of the morning to you and welcome to Front Page Review on this dial. My name is Jude. Ikame Jude. Well, according to weather reports this morning, it says it's going to be raining all day. Yes, it's going to be raining all day. So if it hasn't started in your area, just wait. My name is Jude, Ikami Jude, and of course, I'm here to give you all of the top stories that you need to hear this morning. So I've got plenty of newspapers before me now to just review, and then later on, Rufai Oseni will join us, and then after Rufai Oseni, we'll be talking to a former commissioner of police, CP Enwonwu. Yes, he will be joining us this morning on the show. But now, let's punch it together. Customs to pay banks USSD fees through airtime, says NCC. Customs to pay banks USSD fees through airtime, says NCC. Pat Utomi's shadow government is one big piece here you might want to read. It's a write-up, yeah. A beautiful piece you might just want to grab and get what that is all about. And then, flawed alert. NEMA deploys teams in 15 high-risk states. NEMA deploys teams in about 15 high-risk states. And then, APC kicks as Labour Party alleges plan to weaken opposition. Rejecting England changed my career, says Lukman. And then, let's move on to some of the stories. Federal government battles Boko Haram insurgents in Northeast, according to Minister. Rivers administrator appoints 11 new permanent secretaries. VP assaults Ondo parent petitions IG, demands action against officers. Man falls from 26-story cocoa house in Oyo State. On defamation, judiciary workers strike stalls Natasha's arraignment. Judiciary workers strike stalls Natasha's arraignment. Okay, let's see some more now quickly, everyone. And then there is a pictorial there. Fubara visits Tinubu in Lagos. No plan to dump APC, says Okorocha. APC debunks Dalong's claim of cabal in Tinubu's government. Lagos APC LP in turmoil as PDP eyes local government poll upset. 7 commuters killed in Sokoto boat crash. 2 arrested for attacking operatives, burning vehicles in Anambra. Ebonyi man arrested for killing neighbor with shovel. All right, to the Nation newspaper now quickly. Check your time, 7:06 a.m. Yeah, let's see what the Nation has got for us this morning. Couple of reports here. Customs to pay banks USSD fees with airtime, according to NCC. First Lady seeks synergy against cervical cancer. And then ex-EFCC chair, Bawa, how petrol subsidy fraud was perpetrated. Why Nigerians should be hopeful by NOADG. To some other major stories now. Customs to pay banks USSD fees with airtime is coming again and again. And then Lagos police arrest 23 over disturbances in motion. Lagos police arrest 23 over disturbances in motion. Yeah. Okay, let's see if I can give you just one more before I leave here. Government begins payment of 44,000 naira minimum wage arrears to ex-core members. VOP FM 706. Okay, yes, 707 is the time now. Benue killings. Army chief meets Governor Alia, appeals for support. Tinubu's achievements supersede Obasanjo, Buhari, Jonathan, Yar'Adua, and others, says Minister. Tinubu's achievements supersede Obasanjo, supersedes Buhari, Jonathan, Yar'Adua, and others. EU to spend about 10.4 million euros on sustainable energy in Nigeria's healthcare. Federal workers demand arrears, threaten protest. Nigeria requires 2.2 trillion naira to eliminate cervical cancer by 2030, according to Adewale. Okay. And then to some more now. 2027, the political bell rings too early. APC rules out of automatic tickets for all NAS members. And then 2027 will dislodge APC in Kaduna. PDP chair speaks. Reciprocate Tinubu's love for the North. Support his second-term project. Barrow begs North. Presidency response to Afenifere says statement deceitful. And what's that? Okay, I think I'll look for that and visit that again. Moving on now, we will dislodge APC in Kaduna in 2027. PDP chairman speaks. To Vanguard newspaper now, everyone. Check your time, 7:08 a.m. Tinubu hosts Governor Adeleke, Deji Adeleke, and Davido in Lagos. Niger flood 1,249 communities in 30 states. FCT at risk, says federal government. And then, USSD charges telcos threaten to withdraw services over banks' misinformation. As regards livestock, Nissan prepares actors to tap into $2.5 billion FDI. USSD charges telcos threaten to withdraw services over banks' misinformation. Presidency to Afenifere. Tinubu's economic reforms, painful but necessary. Naira rises to 1,620 naira per dollar in the parallel market. Niger flood 1,249 communities in 30 states. FCT at risk, says federal government. 1,249 communities in 30 states and FCT at risk, says federal government, according to NEMA. Now, Tinubu hosts Governor Adeleke, Deji Adeleke, Davido in Lagos. Troops gaining momentum, eliminating Boko Haram in Northeast. Defense Minister Barrow speaking. We hired based on merit, not favoritism, says FIRS. Why Deputy Speaker, Majority Leader were ousted, Ondo Speaker. Yeah, I think that story is coming again and again. You lack moral ground to criticize Tinubu. Sheikh Husani fires back at El Rufai. Barrow, Kano APC supporters endorse Tinubu's second-term bid. How 2027 can be won and lost by Hakim Baba Ahmed. I gave you that story yesterday, and then let's see if we can look at some more now. Tinubu awards national honor to Bill Gates for fighting poverty in Africa. 10 countries with the largest population of Nigerians. 10 countries with the largest population of Nigerians. I guess number one will be UK. Well, I'll get there. I've not touched on that story though, but I think I am guessing that it will be UK. Yes. New terror group Mahmuda strikes again in Kwara, kills 3 villagers. 5 more bodies recovered. Death toll now 158. That is in Niger State. As regards the flood, Niger flood, 5 more bodies recovered. Death toll now 158. Man falls from 26-story cocoa house in Ibadan. Ear beaten crown removed. Protest rocks Ondo over attack on monarch. 1 killed as suspected cultist escorting masquerade clash in Osun State. So we leave there quickly now and then visit another newspaper. This time we'll check up Daily Post now. Defense Minister warns Boko Haram's reinsurgence threatens stability across Nigeria, Mali, and others. Senator Barau, Kano North APC, passed vote of confidence on Tinubu's second-term agenda. Jusun suspends indefinite strike. Councillor slums dies while playing football in Delta State. Kano Police restates restriction on Dubar ahead of Ede Kabir for security reasons. And then, as regards Mokwa flood, 7 more bodies recovered as death toll rises. NAFDAC uncovers confiscates expired beverages in Kaduna State. River Soul Administrator Ibas appoints 11 new permanent secretaries. There's a full list there. Suspected terrorists kill 5 in Kwara State. Imo government defends allocation of land to Zion Ministry amidst alleged forceful acquisition. Imo government defends allocation of land to Zion Ministry amidst alleged forceful acquisition. Nigeria Customs intercepts contraband worth 1.5 billion naira. Let's check up some more political stories, everyone. Wike. Amechi names those who made him Rivers governor in 2007. Amechi names those who made him Rivers governor in 2007. Join Akpabio, Uzodimma Umahi, Oshiomole in APC if you think you are popular. Eze to Wike. Join Akpabio, Uzodimma Umahi, Oshiomole in APC if you think you are popular. Eze is telling Wike. And then here is a big story. 2027 planned coalition automatic return ticket for Tinubu. Guess who is saying this? Omoyele Sowore. Planned coalition is automatic ticket or return ticket for Tinubu, says Sowore. And one will wonder, what's going on? Why Sowore? What's going on with the young man? All of a sudden, and it's okay. It's okay. Benue Local Government Tribunal, I have no plea, or no place rather, for resentment. Melvin Ije reacts to appeal court judgment. Lagos Local Government poll, APC sets up reconciliation committee to address post-primary disputes. And then APC wins all 23 Benue local government election petitions at appeal tribunal. APC wins all 23 Benue local government election petitions at appeal tribunal. Yes, that is what it is, everyone. Let's now quickly join Rufai Oseni at this time. Yes, let's. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Jude. The Natasha's case was stalled yesterday because of the Jusun strike. So maybe once that resumes, once they get a new date, we'll see how that pans out. But the question has always been, how will the altercation between two people become federal government versus one of the persons? And the other person involved are called as witnesses. Speaks volumes about Nigeria and what we are as a country and where we are today, which is a sad reality. And that's why we need to brace up and speak truth to power. See, we'll keep speaking truth to power, irrespective of anybody trying to gag and stifle voices. We'll speak truth to power. If they do well, we'll say they have done well. If they don't, we'll say the same. So there is no point missing words. Secondly, the minister has now come out to say that the Mokwa flood was caused due to poor drainage. It's an admittance that not only this government, successive governments have failed Because this was a problem that could have been avoided if they had drainages in Mokwa. But the drainage system was not good. The question is the drainage system in Lagos any better?
Worse.
If you have a crazy amount of torrential rain, are they equal? I am passing through a drainage now. It's totally blocked, my brother.
Worse.
So, and when we say Lagos is smelling now, hey, people will be shaking, they'll be vituperating. They'll say also, the truth is always bitter. We are saying the truth for them to be able to fix it. I'm passing through a highbrow area now, and they put out gutter dirt on the road. So the same UK and the likes that these politicians are trying to, is that how they pack gutter and put it on the road? If we say Lagos is smelling now, no, there are some voters who are going to be looking for videos of dirty parts in New York and say, New York is smelling. What concerns me with New York? It is Lagos that's my concern. I don't care for New York, I care for Lagos because it's my city. It's only the truth that can set us free. Minister Idris is saying that what President Tinubu has achieved in 2 years, no other person has achieved. I dispute it. Is it the level of hunger, deprivation, poverty? Yes, they will argue that we got Bonga running, we remove subsidies, we balance out the currency. But what about the attendant pain and hardship those things brought on the economy? What about inflation? They will say, yes, we did CNG. Has it been pervasive enough? The other day, the head of the CNG initiative was saying that despite the fact that they've not done enough, they've ramped up car conversions. Go and check the original blueprint of CNG. After 2 years, is it 100,000 cars that you're going to convert? How pervasive is it? Where are the numbers? I'm just asking questions. I know they will say, yes, we did nail fund and all of that. But have they been able to solve any attendant problems in that? So pervasively, the people are in hunger, they are in pain, bolstering of electoral laws. That's just it.
Similarly, Fubara yesterday paid a visit to the president.
Now, in Papa now, he has the right to go and visit his father.
You no get another. Now your Papa
be this, you no get any. Our democracy has become a joke. It declared a state of emergency, suspended the governor. The governor is going out there to beg. You see, that's a show of lack of dignity of even the political class.
And Fubara is now going around begging to return.
So power is more important to them. And that's why even if it was the same, what's the worst that will happen? They will say you should not be governor again. Is it the end of the world? Now you're going around begging after we had condemned the state of emergency. We had called it an aberration. But for him, he's so concerned about his position.
And he's losing out now, making himself go there, making chop waiting in one chop come out there now. You know, maybe that's
so,
let's
but
play
how
the
will
game.
Nigeria move forward if we keep having that mentality?
Let's play the game. And Ibas has appointed 11 new permanent secretaries. 11.
So Ibas keeps consolidating. Now, but be that now. So if you are going around to beg, what does that do to the governors that took the federal government to court over a state of emergency case?
As well.
The best a man can do is to take position from you. But you forget that you'll never be in that position forever. That's why the position of men do not freak me. The gifts of men do not freak me. They give you today, when it's not in their interest any longer, they take it back. But they are not your God. It's only the gift of God that I want. You know what the Bible says? The Bible says, it is the gift of God that God gives a man that has no sorrow. The gift of man will add sorrow. A man can take it back anytime he wants. That's the gift of man for you. So,
okay. The APC has dismissed speculations that he has offered automatic return tickets to all National Assembly members.
it's good now they've dismissed speculation that you have to go and work for your tickets. You have to go and work for your tickets. Simplicity. Yes, ma'am.
And before you go,
yes,
Sowore is I don't understand where Sowore is right now. He is saying this morning, he said that the planned coalition is automatic return ticket for Tinubu.
that's his prerogative. Other people might think otherwise.
Well,
It is not for Sowore to be able to say that is a planned, what is it called? But we must have opposition. So who is now going to lead an opposition? If he says a planned automatic thing effort, no, people must have opposition. I don't agree with Sowore on that. But that's his prerogative.
thank you, Rufai.
No wahala.
Thank you so much.
That's it.
This is Voice of the People. We are 90.3 FM. Like I told you, I want to have a conversation with a former commissioner of police, right? But I will be right back just after this. Stay there. Don't go nowhere.
Africa. 33 currencies. 33 currencies in Africa. 33 currencies. None of which is used to conclude transactions anywhere. I come to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and I show my shilling. They say, what is this? But let me show the dollar. Oh, this is it. Let me show the euro. This is it. 80% of transactions in Africa are concluded outside of the continent in dollars. So you may have the Central Bank or the Federal Bank of Ethiopia, or Mickey Mouse. You may have the Central Bank of Kenya, Mickey Mouse. You may have all these 54 central banks useless. Because we are not playing in the real league, we are playing in the small league. That is the state of the continent.
Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. We're now being joined by CP Enwonwu, who is going to be analyzing some of these stories this morning. Top of the morning to you. Welcome, sire.
Judy and to the other listener.
Good morning to you, sire. All right, let's quickly talk. Let's get talking. From Rivers. Okay, first of all, let me begin this journey with this story. Tinubu's achievements supersedes Obasanjo, supersedes Buhari, Jonathan, and Yaradua. This is according to a minister speaking. Yeah, the Minister of Information and Orientation or National Orientation, Alhaji Muhammad Idris. He has boasted that the achievements of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2 years has relatively superseded other administrations. And then he listed the administration of Obasanjo, of Buhari, of Jonathan, of Yaradua, and of course others. We want your comment on this quickly.
That is what they call balderdash. As far as that message is concerned, a fight of psychophancy. That minister is shameless, and he should be, conscious of the fact that Nigerians are not happy with what is happening presently. The level of the hunger and the hardship put together is enough for him to shut his mouth if he has nothing to tell Nigerians. It's very sad and unfortunate for somebody that calls himself a minister to come out to reel out such rubbish to the general public. Coming to the issue of comparison, there is no basis of comparison with especially Obasanjo, then followed by Yar'Adua. Those were the two best presidents Nigeria ever had since the history of the fourth democracy. Go and check it out. No, Obasanjo is a person to beat. In what area? Look at the way he strengthened the economy. Look at the way he grew the foreign exchange reserve for the nation. I mean, there is no basis at all. If not that it is unconstitutional, I'm sure many Nigerians will be regretting. They could have given the man 10. I am telling you the fact. I am not sentimental. I am not a politician. But from analysis, check out everything he had done. He had put the structures in its proper place. And what it was even being followed by Yar'Adua until, unfortunately, he lost his health and lost his life. Jonathan, actually, due to the fact that the thing came suddenly to him, he was not stable enough to, by the time he balanced, they threw him off balance. That was what happened to him. So there's no way to compare the past 10 years with the first the first, how many years? 16 years of PDP. You can't compare the two. It's incomparable. So the man shouldn't even go to peace.
CP, he said the first courage of the Tinubu administration is the removal of fuel subsidy, the forex racket, and then the massive investment in rural infrastructure. Then he also mentioned, he said some days ago, the president commissioned the first 30-kilometer Lagos-Calabar coastal highway. He also have the Sokoto-Badagry highway that transverse across 17 states down to the south. He also said that, let me just mention a few of them. He also, in a statement, he said that the unity by connection was what Tinubu achieved also. Then 73 dams are also coming along that corridor, the corridor I just mentioned, which provide opportunities for power generation and agriculture that will create jobs for our people. And he went ahead to mention a whole lot.
Well, let me start with the last part of it. The Sokoto Badagry or Sokoto Lagos superhighway. Where have you seen the landmark? Have they cleared the forest or have they launched it? Let him not even mention that site. Then the Calabar, Lagos. Okay, now if they know what they have been doing, did they not foresee that? When they foresaw that if they open the dam, the consequences, did they go to inform the people downstream from Mokwa down towards Lokoja and at least arrange their relocation, knowing fully well the impact of that water when they open it up? And look at how we are talking of lives lost. How we are talking of lives lost or lost, as if life has absolutely no meaning anymore. I mean, people should not, because they are in their comfort zone, be talking nonsense and rubbish to Nigerians. We have had enough of it. Okay, you're talking of fuel subsidy removal. Okay, we will give kudos to that. How can you marry that with fluctuation of naira at the same time? That is what landed us where we are today.
But CP, what would you want to see as regards the student loans? And of course, the presidential initiative on compressed natural gas, tax reform bills, and some other ones.
Now, coming to the issue of students' loans, the data that is being reeled out, is it authentic? Where are the beneficiaries of that students' loan? You see, we are not kids. We should not be playing politics with everything. What we need is realities. Those who are beneficiaries should come out and tell us how far they have benefited from it. It's not a question of somebody sitting down in either Lagos or Abuja and arranging figures and be reeling them out just to defend his office, to show that he's working as Minister of Information. It's unacceptable. Okay, come to tax bills and tax reform bills and all that. Has it gone into implementation? Has it been approved by the National Assembly? How far has it gone? Let them come out, break it down in bits and pieces and put it into action. Then let's see how it will go. Because it's worrisome today. You hear that so and so billions or trillion is missing from the National Treasury, courtesy of those people who are responsible in ministries, departments, and agencies. So it's like bazaar or razzmatazz to be plundering public funds. That is not the focus we expect from the government of the day, considering what we are going through. I thought that by now we would have conquered the issue of security first to make people do business, because once the entire space and environment is secure, people can go in, people can even come from outside to invest. Not when you tell them to come and invest, they are scared whether they will come in here and go out of here alive. They are scared of herdsmen, they are scared of kidnapping, they are scared of armed banditry, and so on and so forth. We are not even focusing more on production. What is our production output in terms of agriculture and the industries? Let him bring out details. Let him reel out. Because you see, when we produce enough and feed our teeming population, we have started conquering our problems. Then we can think of exporting the excess
CP.
to earn foreign exchange.
CP.
I'm thinking of storage to minimize losses.
You know what?
Yes.
Some Nigerians still believe that the starting point of Tinubu's administration, was rough and challenging, but that after the challenges, the country is looking bright already now, because Tinubu is actually steering the ship to prosperity with the prices of food dropping, according to some Nigerians.
That is not enough yardstick as far as some of us who are observers are concerned. Look at what we call the minimum wage. Can it take a family for 1 month? Is that even enough for transportation for one man in 1 month? And he's feeding. Then talk of the house rent, school fees for the children, and putting food on the table for the entire family. You see, we have a lot of things going wrong, to be very frank. I thought that by now that the emphasis should have been on how to get to the grassroots level and look for a solution or ways to carry the masses along. Encourage them to even do agriculture at that small scale level so that we can have bountiful harvests. These are the areas I had expected the government to focus on.
Okay.
Support them in doing, tertiary and micro industries and production for the rural populace, so that, you see, it's the hunger and hardship that drives them away to the urban centers because they need to survive. So if you get there, the place is becoming evacuated by hardship and hard times. And it is exacerbated by even the headers, those armed criminal militias, who I believe are not Nigerians anyway, although they may have been infiltrated by some.
Sowore have been making some statements, and people begin to wonder what's really going on. The man is changing goalposts so quickly. But now, just yesterday, he said, that the current coalition plans will boost President Tinubu's bid for rerun election, rather than challenge it. He was saying it yesterday that the efforts lack vision and ideology. In his words, he said it is what the coalition are doing that will make it easy for Tinubu to return to office. They are preventing the real organic coalition of oppressed and emerging, the people. That the people are getting distracted already. Nigerians actually think these guys are fighting for them. In other words, he's saying that the planned coalition is an...
If A emerges, B will say, no, this is not what I expected. I am the one that is supposed to emerge.
Okay.
And so will happen to C or D or Z. Watch out, what I'm telling you. We have seen things like this in the past during PPA, Progressive People's Alliance of Unity Party of Nigeria and Nigeria People's Party of later Awolowo and Zik. We saw how it collapsed. Even the APGA or UPGA of the 1960s, I think 65, the same thing happened, the time of Jigawa and Babangida Muazu Ali of Niger. The other 5 followed. I mean, when I'm talking of the other 5, I'm talking of Bukola Saraki.
But CP, the only person I know who wants to run by all means is Atiku Abubakar. No other person, not Rufai, not the man in Kwara, it's only Atiku who wants to run by all means.
But you see, the reality is that it will not favor him, because the understanding is that 8 years north, 8 years south. The emphasis should have been a support for a southern candidate, no matter the part of all their structure to support Buhari, brought in all their finances to support Buhari. I knew that Jonathan had already lost the race, because I calculated it then. I said, look, this man with his bulk vote of northeast, northwest, and Tinubu giving him the whole of southwest, that nobody can beat him. I told people, some said, no, you are a policeman, you can't be talking like that. Leave us, the politician. When it happened, all of them came to me and said, how did you do the mathematics? I said, well, I'm being objective all the time. I will look at the permutations and combinations and tell you what it is like. So if they do what I've just told you, forget ego, forget tribe, and focus the thing for South. Whoever comes out and the coalition say this is the person we are following, whether it's Sowore or it's Obi, fine. Let all of them subject themselves to
destroy that gentleman agreement of north-south, north-south, right?
Yes, maybe he should have patience for 2031. Magic may happen for him by that time. But I know he's running. It's unfortunate. He could have been president in 2003, but somehow he lost it due to his own error. Anyway, I don't want to go into the details.
Okay.
It was smooth. He could have coasted into victory in 2003. Yes, because this one is not question of hearsay. It is something I spoke with the stakeholders on one-on-one. I don't want to start calling names here. Some
have the might. If you think you are an asset enough, if you think the president cannot do without you, then join APC. Go and meet the likes of Akpabio. Go and meet Uzodinma. Go and meet Umahi. And go and meet Sowore. Go and test your power if you think you are so popular. Your comment on this quickly before we go, CP.
I think that Chukwuemeka has said it all. Let him not sit on the fence and be causing confusion politically in that Rivers state. Let him come out. Whether he's still in PDP, let him tell us he's fully there. Or if he's in APC, let him come out and tell us he's in APC. Then they will test his capacity when the time comes. So I think Chukwuemeka has made a very cogent point that everybody should use it as a yardstick to get wicked. Yes, or wicked. Yes, what he has said is perfectly in order, and I align with it 100%.
Thank you, CP Chooks. Enwonwu, thank you so much for having this discussion with us. Thank you.
Thank you for accommodating us.
Used to conclude transactions anywhere. I come to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and I show my shilling. They say, what is this? But let me show the dollar. Oh, this is it. Let me show the euro. This is it. 80% of transactions in Africa are concluded outside of the continent in dollars. So you may have the Central Bank or the Federal Bank of Ethiopia, or Mickey Mouse. You may have the Central Bank of Kenya, Mickey Mouse. You may have all these 54 central banks useless. Because we are not playing in the real league, we are playing in the small league. That is the state of the continent.
No. So the body language is very clear. The president is sure, and his supporters are sure that come 2027, they will reach the election and heaven will not fall. So they are very confident of their plan. Then come to the issue of Nike. Nike is not a politician. He's a destroyer. And look at the problem he has. Look at the problem he has caused in River State. And he still has the confidence and the audacity to go out and be making noise all over the place. Well, God is going to judge all of them. And look at, I am that is talking to you. I'm from Benue State, from Utupo area there.
Okay.
So what is going on in Benue State is sure that if the people don't stand up and fight for themselves, then let me assure you that before the next 2-3 months, there's nobody left in Benue State in Idoma land again. Look at David Mark. Is he talking? No. We have a lot of generals in Lawrence Oneja, Preserver, and then a lot of other generals here. They all kept quiet. They cannot talk because of their own interest in government. So we are in a mess. Have a nice day, Mr.
Well, have a nice day too. Thank you so much. Yeah, we'll do more calls. Okay, I've got plenty of messages here. I will read them. Okay, I'll read them. 0700 903 903 903.
Talk of what Sowore said. It is obvious that they only want to grab power. Now, did the P2B won election in 2023? P2B won. We voted him, but the INEC changed. Mahmoud Yakub and the judges changed the system. So when people are saying that that people are not voting, we are voting. But is our voting counting? That is what we're supposed to talk of. These people that have suffered use their money. Some of them use their money, transport, did everything. Some of them feed themselves. Some of them did not eat. They went and vote. Who determined the
what is happening? People are suffering. People are dying. We are seeing the hunger in the land, insecurity, whatever, you name it. How can this minister just come out to... Who is he talking to, by the way? Is he talking to Nigerians or talking on behalf of Nigerians or what? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get what these people... They are so distracted from the people. So I don't blame them. All
right.
Let them continue. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. Anybody can visit us, mostly the southern states. They spend more hours in churches without actions, while their enemies are praying at at their actions. Okay, please. The South use hours in church activities. Work and pray is the word of God. Village man from Idimu. Good morning to you. Good morning here. Okay, I commend the relocation of the COAS rather, to Benue to stem the tide of daily killings going on there. However, I would like him to embark on Operation Regain Lost Territories first, and that way hope will be restored and locals will support everything he does thereafter. May God grant him victory. Osadebe Nwaje in Shasha. Good morning to you. Hello, good morning. Good morning to you.
Yeah, quickly. My name is Peter Monte from Sowore.
Okay.
Something made me call this morning. I just want to be listening these days if you could observe. Now, tell that man that just talked that he doesn't listen to radio. When he will just come and call it, he did not do anything in Anambra State. You see the
publicity instead for them to do the needful. Most of the politicians are highly deceitful. I'm telling you, there is no crop of current politicians that can save us out of this mess. None of them, not Atiku, not Obi, not even the current president, foresee a revolution. It's not going to continue like this. Thank you. My name is Yeka Anyopito from Ijegun, Nigeria.
Okay. Thank you so much. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, today.
Good morning.
Hey, thank God. I've been trying to call since the thing is not entering.
It has entered.
But I thank you. I can at least I was able to get through now.
Okay.
First of all, I want to say to the minister that he is saying clemency. What he is saying is babash. I think he is one of those people that does not move around in the country. He just stay one place and analyze what is going on. He should move around in the country and ask people questions. Perhaps it's people that will tell him.
Let's see if we can talk to this man first. Hello, good morning here. Yeah. What's your name? Okay. Learn to call back, but far away from your phone. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Top of the morning to you in the studio. On Peter Obi and Atiku joint ticket, these two personalities can't win Ashiwaju in 2027. Check their record. They are same because what now? Wasiu in Ikorodu. Thank you. Let's look at some other messages. I disagree with your analysis this morning. Sowore doesn't have any bright political future. His role in Nigeria is to cause instability and pursue the ambition of his foreign sponsors. Go and check the financiers of Sahara Reporters and you will understand exactly what I'm saying. He is being sponsored by the same people who are sponsoring current illegal president sitting in Aso Rock. I need the youth to take a cue from what is currently happening in Mongolia. Simple anti-corruption protest for 21 days that has forced the president into exile. The youths in Nigeria needs to wake up. Joshua from Satellite Town. Thank you so much, Joshua. What's this man saying? Peter Obi will do everything different because Peter Obi is not wistful. He is a man of the people and a visionary. He's a visionary leader. Let's have a different person there, whether he will do something or not. We have seen that the current president doesn't have a clue on what to do. Adebanjo Michael sent that message. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Kami.
Good morning.
Long time.
What?
My name is Tisha. I'm calling from Baro Ikaja.
Okay.
I want to talk about this man that is saying that the government that I passed was is he not from this Nigeria? When the back of that, I think they are elderly. They know how Nigeria used to be. How much they were buying rice. Maybe